Can? Okay. Thank you very much, Vidi, for recording. And I need help from who wants to volunteer to be secretary. Jing, 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 jing. Anyone? Okay, Risky, thank you. You're my favorite. Right. I'd like to start the Scrum today by updating card, of course, because the schedule on Wednesday is card updates. First is about my card. First is my highest priority, which is pricing. The deadline for this is March 24. Uh, to price all the area 6 months ahead, monthly pricing schedule. So I haven't put the right description for this, but progress that we've done actually from Risky. What is this? Okay, from Risky, we have what is that? The list of market prices around the statistic of market price around the property. So specific for each property. And then next is my task to basically see if the prices make sense. And then the next step is by VD to provide the automation, right? Okay, so next time we buy VD to provide automation in Tokit for the rate stable setting. So the dependencies now is on me to check whether the price that is scraped by Risky is the price that we would like to set on Tokit or not. So that's for the first. The deadline is March 24, but I hope I can done this before the deadline because it's pretty urgent. And then what things that actually we agree is to apply the monthly weekly price. It's already applied. And try to identify if there is any weekend feature. I mean, like Sabtu and Minggu, we would like to set different prices because we see the pattern in weekly booking. And then holiday, we would like to block holiday for higher price. uh, and the setup prices until September. So that's the target for pricing. And then for the my second card, it is Australian request, and this is actually I don't have any progress yet, but I also pair with the HAR previously according to roles that they hire. So basically, expectation settings on the flow of the intern that coming to each chapter, specifically here because the priority right now is the full timer and also for the business development. But for this one, this card is actually will be response through looking at the HR board and then identify what kind of business intelligence things that we can do for HR. And then for the last one, this is the handover from Aya. And then the updates, yeah, Aya is actually still working, guys. Walaupun dia udah beres the internship. Uh, the target for this is actually having 30 responses from the partner, and then the result of the pengolahan data. Okay, wait. Classification the data. I the the current result. Sorry, this is the result. The result you can see on the card update, last update by Aya. The result is actually, wait, the highest level is for proactive management. It is the most desirable service that Bukit Vista could provide. And it's actually aligned with what community does right now. It is the property quality control. So proactive management means like we are really active to control the property, to spot problems before the property owner or the staff spotting the problem, That's actually the proactive management. And the second one is surprisingly property maintenance. And then the third one is gas service. And housekeeping is least desirable service compared to other. That's the temporary result. Perhaps, VD, do you have any kind of comments? Like, I see that you are trying to connect every project that running in each chapter related to BV service.
Yes, that is true. So, marketing, I believe, have their own also initiative to search for vendors, basically. And I've tried to ask Aya to contact the marketing team, especially Kabayu, and also I believe Kabayu also already commented on her card previously. But you'll be taking over the particular project, eh?
Uh, from BI, yes, me, I
Yes.
think.
So far, I believe that the previous agreement is that if there are already like list of vendors and also there are also res- uh, research result from BI on what are the owner wants, we have to ask agreement from community. If I'm mistaken, right, Lilis?
Mm,
The community chapter to like whether it is agreed basically because they kind of like represent the community,
okay,
our partner.
perhaps what things that you can connect between chapter first because what is that? The result is first for proactive management, and
Yes.
then second property maintenance, third
Mhm.
gas service,
Mhm.
for housekeeping. That's
Mhm.
the most desirable service. Actually, I mean,
Yep,
because we
that's
only
the
do
result, right?
survey for that, right? That's
Yes.
the result. But I mean, the breakdown of what kind of vendors they would like to search
Mhm.
bisa dari sini.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then, in my opinion, we can actually create like MVP consisting of different chapters. Because for now,
MVP.
this one is these have different chapters, but only working as operational to ask for like questionnaire result, right? This time we can create an MVP of like one or two partners that we can implement
Oh,
this service on.
okay, so who'll be taking in charge with this project? Should I stop this in BI and because yeah, the what is that? The analysis is pretty much done. We
Hmm.
find that proactive management is first desire, which is we already surveyed by property quality maintenance from
Yep,
community. So I think that's on point for the
yep, that's
community
correct.
side.
That's correct.
And then property maintenance.
Yep.
Property maintenance, we don't have the service, but perhaps the BVC talk can help to find
Yes, that is
things
true.
related to the property maintenance.
Yep.
And then the guest service is from the HAR,
Uh huh.
right? Right.
Yes, correct.
And the housekeeping, it can be from marketing.
Okay. So, but the question is, who drives the partner experience in Bukit Vista? Then,
Who drives the partner
yeah,
experience
which
in the
chapter drives the partnership experience in Bukit Vista?
community?
Right. By that logic, I think community can actually create a pivot to or pivot for this campaign.
I mean, sorry, apa championing the
Championing.
pivot?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, all right. Okay, it's
There are two
interesting.
choice. If you want to create like a really control MVP, you can keep it in BI, and then just ask community to do the operational like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, execute the
Mm,
operational. But another method is that we can actually ask request community to become the champion of this project because they already have the assets, right? We have the assets from the demand,
yeah.
also the supply. Then just aggregate the data from there. But logically,
Okay.
I think it's a part of a community campaign.
Yes, sure. Actually, we have two potential intern candidate that will be on board. I guess one of them is pretty good in strategic, so perhaps things can be delegated
Hmm,
to
that's
her.
good.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for the insights. Yes. So the option is between BI and community, right, for the
Yes.
championing. Okay. Thanks. Anybody, do you have any questions for all the cards that update?
Question, Kak.
Yes,
Last meeting, we are confused with the weekend price. Should we
weekend
increase the
first.
price or lower the price? Do we have any conclusion right now?
Good question. Do we have any conclusion for that? Not yet. We don't have it yet. I'd like to offer. to the audience, do you have any kind of opinions on what should we do to the weekend pricing? Currently, we still do the flat price, so there is no difference in the pricing for the weekend. Do we want to lower? Do we want to keep it the same? Or do we want to increase the price?
That's actually interesting.
Yeah.
Kalis.
Yes, Evelyn.
Okay, if we're looking at, let's say, the occupancy rate during the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
does the rate or like does the pace increase or like decrease?
Good question. The pace for the historical data is actually increasing during the weekend. Like, I mean, the weekend, not really. Yeah, the weekend, the weekend, because mostly apa last minute, like stay on the same dates or stay tomorrow gitu. Jadi kayak ningkatnya itu dari dari Jumat, Sabtu, Minggu kayak gitu, something like that. So increase the pace, yeah, the pace.
All right. Okay. If I assess based on the pace, then
Mm-hmm.
I think it will be fine if we increase or just like keep it like normal. Because like I felt like if we decrease, like yes, it will affect the occupancy pace, but even without us decreasing the pace itself, like our current state is keep increasing, right? So like yeah.
Oh, you mean without this decreasing the price, the
Mm-hmm.
pace already increasing compared to other days gitu ya maksudnya ya. So
Mm-mm.
you tend to keep it the same or higher. Same or higher.
To be honest, I want to say higher, but
Okay.
I'm afraid that by increasing this price by higher, then it will kind of like make our occupancy pace stagnant or like going down. So
Hmm.
yeah, between those two.
Okay, interesting. Uh, Thank you, Evelyn, for the what is that opinion? Okay, Vidi.
Yep. So this is just by experience, right? For example, this morning I had to talk with the owner of Rumpang, and then she mentioned that she actually increases the price of weekend, and then she asked
Weekend.
whether Bukit Vista have any strategy to increase weekend prices. So I said that I think it's under progress because already in our pipeline. But that's the natural intuition, right? By
Yes.
the law of economics, if there are increase of demand, you should increase the price to suppress it to equilibrium. However, think about what do you guys anybody know? I know the answer. But anybody know here? Like, if we increase the price, there might be a drop of demand. Then what is the sweet spot?
The sweet spot is the point of equilibrium itself, but
The
in
cross.
this, yeah, the cross, like yeah, I guess it's true what Kak Lily said. If we want to assess it, then we need to have like those what is it, uh those, and she helped me, those
Equilibrium
yeah,
points.
the
The plot.
yeah, like the plot, then like it
Curve,
will,
curve,
The
curve.
yeah, the
data plot.
curve, yes.
Well,
Yep. So there is this term called price elasticity of demand.
yes.
So if you increase the price, there is a ratio. There's a constant in which it will govern whether the demand will change as much. And then how to optimize it is by simply taking. This is theoretical, right? This is just to
Mm,
like tickle your minds. There's a sweet spot when we want to maximize a function, right? How do we maximize
Mm.
a function?
Well, yeah, the first one is from the. I think I learned this on semester one, but like somehow I just couldn't get it in my mind. Um, but like I think the first step is like to assess whether the property is like whether the property is like an elastic or in an inelastic demand, and then like shoot, I think I need to open my
Right.
PowerPoint.
That's actually very correct. So first, we are in the hospitality industry. Everything is elastic because we're not in the primary needs. But
yeah.
some properties are more elastic than others, such as luxury properties, villas. They are more elastic compared to guest houses, which is somewhat like more necessary. Somewhat more necessary. And it depends. If you look at it, we are in the pandemic. Which one is more needed? Is it a guest house or a villa? That will be the less elastic one. However, by taking the theoretically, taking the derivative and then make it equal to zero, you can actually find the sweet spot of the price. But going back to the original question, theoretically we have to increase the price, but just but we have what we need to figure out is by how much, such that the point is get the most profit basically, right? Why do we increase the price? Because we want to add profit. So we increase the price by how much, but and then even though the demand drops, but the overall profit is more
Yeah,
is more compared to if we maintain the price at that much at a certain point of demand.
the area that
Yes.
it's cover.
So to reach the highest maximization, yeah. But
Yep, correct.
yeah.
So from my side, increase the price because even
Right.
yeah.
Right. I have the book of elasticity of demand actually. If anyone wants to read that book and want to figure out more on how we can maximize the pricing strategy to give the maximum area to cover the revenue or sales perhaps ya. Sekarang kita sebutnya. So a 2% tend to increase the price. Anyone wants to add one more person wants to add the opinion. Yeah, Risky
Kalilis.
from the one who give question.
Yeah, I think we should not increase the price. Our
Okay.
our hypothesis is we increase the price uh, in a certain amount so that the booking number is not affected. But I think it is only work if the supply-nya terbatas tapi demand-nya berlebih gitu. And I think now is demand-nya terbatas but supply kita yang berlebih. Jadi
Alright.
ya, jadi kalau ditingkatkan harganya, if we increase the price, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Then we tend to choose the
there are
other.
no demand. Yeah.
Okay, so you tend to cover more demand, tapi dengan price yang lower. Like because the no or the same how?
Same price.
Oh, same price.
Yeah.
So it means that flat price for all the months gitu ya.
Yeah. Maybe we can increase the price, but not now, not in COVID situation. Yeah. When the market is go back. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Because we have 2 banding 1, then I have to ask like one more person that haven't speak. I need your opinion, guys. Mr. Jane, you actually give your thumbs up. Would you like to support Risky, or what is your opinion?
No, actually, I was just going to support. I just noticed a core value there, so Risky stepped on toes, so I gave a thumbs up for that. I think it's kind of nice when there's the. Well, okay, I'll just put in my 2 cents, right? Quick question: this this product that we're selling, where are we getting the majority of? Which channel are we deriving the majority of bookings from?
Airbnb.
Oh, okay, all right. Now here's a good question. All right, let's go over to Vidi. How would you look at pricing elasticity through the lens of a ranking model on Airbnb?
It makes it more elastic. If there are a lot of factors, right, in the search engine, but increasing the price means that you kind of like drop your ranking in a sense.
In a
Because
way, right?
yeah, so
Yeah.
it adds up to the variable of elasticity. What it means by elasticity. Yeah, it
Okay.
just adds more parameter.
That's all I wanted to say. Yeah.
Yeah. But I would like to comment on Risky as well. Guys, this discussion that we're having, it sounds theoretical, but we're gonna apply it like within a week or two. So we have to decide, and then we want to hear like you guys' opinion because I know that you guys are very smart, like Risky and also Evelyn's comment are really good.
Yeah.
What about me? I'm not smart.
Oh, you're very smart, sir.
No, I'm kidding. Just adding a little bit of humor into the discussion, right? We need some levity. Hey, I just had an idea. Do we have price response functions? Are they called PROs? Does anybody know what a PRO is?
No.
The PRO. I think it basically looks like, okay, this is demand, and then this is it's sort of like it tracks the demand and the price as it goes across time, and then what you can see is you can actually see the sweet spot where that transition happened, where the demand actually. Oh, okay. A price response function generally looks like a step function. I think everyone knows what a step function is, right? Like something that looks like a step. So um, basically, if you have enough data, you can start tracing out what the price response function looks like, and based on that, you can kind of hit that price in the center spot, like Vidi said. But because of the algorithm, it kind of keeps on shifting the price response function, right? Because if you get a booking, then you get more views, and then your price response function changes. So instead of thinking of the price response function as 2D, think of it as 3D, right? I don't know if that even makes sense, right? So if you took like you looked at the price response function as a movie and try to predict where that movie is going to go, is that okay? That's too theoretical. Never mind. Okay, back to the way it was before.
Okay, sir. Yeah, actually, kind of. Perhaps I because I don't really understand the PRO, so I can't get your context basically. So I'll go back to the pricing decision right now. Risky said that we need to keep the price same, yeah. So as our current strategy, flat pricing. But VD and Evelyn actually suggest us to increase the price, but by how much we don't really know yet. Gitu ya, VD ya. And then from my side, yeah, actually, because yeah, as Vidi said, the elasticity of demand for our product, which is luxury product, a tertiary product. I mean, it's not secondary or primary product. The elasticity is quite high. So if I would agree to increase the price, but it's not that like it's not the difference is I guess only like in dollars. In dollars itu like 50 okay, in rupiah like only 50 perhaps 50,000. It's like my I haven't calculated yet, but I I actually if it is increased then not really high increases like only a small because we don't have that aggressive apa aggressive change of demand. Tapi sebenarnya risky point is actually interesting. If we cover more demand by lower prices, it will be good juga buat revenue. But perhaps things that can support our decision is to check where is the position of our price now. Apakah in the median, in Q1 or Q3 perhaps. How about that? Like, I think Risky's data will be helpful for this, supporting our decision. I'll directly over to Vidi. What do you think about that?
Yep, I think so. And I think Risky is about to also improve his algorithm to also be able to check for specific dates, not just today, right? If I'm mistaken. So that could be useful to detect whether there are people actually think the same way as we do to increase or decrease the
Yeah,
prices.
it's actually very clever model if we can do
Yep.
that. Like,
Yeah, it's very clever if we can detect the prices like for each because we currently the model is only able to tell for today, right, Risky?
yeah, for
But then
today.
we can actually
Yeah.
from Airbnb query we can actually modify to check for tomorrow, the day after, and so on and so forth. So we can graph that
Interesting.
because we have the listing ID, right? The listing ID is the join key. And you just have to create a graph and then see whether people tend to increase their price during the weekend or not.
All right, all right, all right. Yeah, it's interesting. But for now, let's move to risky. If I would like to conclude that I would like to increase like by a little bit for the weekend, would you agree based on all the explanation by Vidi, by Evelyn, and by me, for example? Would you tend to agree, or would you like to support your opinion again?
I would agree with Note. It is increased with a limited amount. Yeah. Since I believe now there is a limit on our demand. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you said that the demand elasticity cannot be increasing that much, gitu ya, maksudnya kan ya? Okay, then yeah, can you help me by determining how many percent of the increase that we would like to do? Yeah, the price, the selling price. The floor is the ini kan yang paling bawah kan. We need to determine the selling price for the weekend. Like how much we can increase.
Yep,
Yep.
I will do that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Rizky. Uh, okay, you can tag yourself in the card for helping me to find out how many percent or how many like rupiah we can increase. That's all for my card. It's a really long discussion, but I'm really happy to see you guys involving in the discussion. I'd like to offer the Vidi.
Okay, thank you very much. I have some cards in my stack.
Yes.
So for the Tagal, the owner has received the projection, I believe. So I can consider it done. If there are any questions, then maybe the owner will set up a meeting with the revenue manager. Um, that's for both cards. And then for the BI handbook creation, so I have added some of the inputs from you guys. So the base is already done, and I think NG is also creating for the chairperson best practice as well. Uh, we just have to make it more fluent, but the creation itself is already done. So I will also consider it done. I will always do a campaign, like not sales campaign, but like a social cultural campaign to remind everyone to update documentation and so on and so forth. And for
Mm,
the other one, the visualization request, yeah, I noticed that Lilis moved the visualization request to my stack yesterday. Um,
yes.
for the first one, I haven't looked at it yet, but I just skim it, and I will do it. I will do the first one by today, but the second one though, regarding the automated review reporting, I believe that I think I have to tell the client to. I have to ask the client for an extension because I haven't looked deep into Booking.com API, Open API, so we have to evaluate that one. Well, the others, yeah, it's one is actually a monthly schedule, which is the projection for
Predict.
the revenue, yeah, and the others I haven't taken a look at it yet because it's just moved yesterday. But overall, yeah, I'll have the top three cards moved to them.
Okay. Thank you, Vidi, for the updates and so many cards. Yeah, actually, I moved that card to you, and I said to you that if
Yeah,
you think
if I
that
can
there is
find the
someone,
delegation, yeah.
yeah, is capable to do that, you can delegate. Like because I'm not really sure about PD bandwidth, but related to Slack, I guess PD team can help if I'm not mistaken, like Chris and also Neil,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
right?
So I've made clear to the product development team and also the other people who would like to request.
Okay,
So the automated review reporting, I'm not
where
sure
it
if
should be
it's
requested.
visualization request. Yeah, it's not really visualization request, no, because it's capturing the data. It's not something that it's not like we have the data already and we have to
Yeah,
visualize it. So it should go back to PD, just like the automation that Sasha requested to PD yesterday that we discussed.
all
Don't go to DI,
right.
go to PD. But for the first one, yes, that's a visualization request.
And for my request related to booking.com views count, it also should be done to video, PD, right?
VD, yes,
PD.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, to PD, correct.
Okay. But PD request is very long. There's so many things that I
Yes.
have to complete.
Currently, the bug report is increasing for some reason.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I'm planning to help with these operation. I don't want to say it, but yeah, I'm also helping with the bug report management. So even if it goes to PD, it will also still will I will still look at it as well. So this one for the automated review, I'll take a look at it again and
Right.
update it. Give me like until Saturday or Sunday.
Okay. Thank you very much, Vidi. let's over to the floor. Do you have any questions to VD's
Yes,
cards?
or anyone wants to
Anyone wants to,
volunteer
yeah,
to take
to
the.
take the card? Yes, that's actually great. Like if you want to learn, actually Sajid can do the Slack automation, but yeah, Sajid learn how to do
Oh
it
yeah,
like in the
Sajid
end.
knows how to do this like
Yeah,
automation, but yeah, Sajid offboarded already.
yeah, it's possible. I mean, if you want to learn, it's possible.
Yes,
This
yes,
is
yes.
what I would like to say. Okay, anyone wants to ask? Yes, Kevin. Kevin, you are. I don't know whether you are muted or gimana, but I can't hear you.
Yep. Okay.
Hello, Kevin.
Maybe we'll have Kevin refresh
Yes,
first.
I
Yeah.
think Angie first.
Okay.
Okay,
I have
please refresh
question.
first.
I have
Yes,
question.
Angie.
So, right, I noticed in your pivot list there
Yes,
is
me.
Kaaya's card, and in Kofidis pivot there is Sajid's card.
Yes.
So actually, right, on Monday, yeah, I think I had a discussion with Kalilis, and then I was asking, so who will you delegate the review cashback experiment to, and some things like that. So I would like to ask for the delegation when interns off board. Does it
Mm-hmm.
happen like the day they are gone, or it's supposed to be happening like a week before they're
That's
All right. That's
offboarding?
very good.
very good question.
Because I don't get to like book a schedule with Kaya and even discuss anything about it. I believe that happens to others. But yeah, but you
Right.
guys are taking their card. I think it should be delegated to other interns, not to you guys.
Right.
Okay. Very good
That's
question.
correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. Okay, perhaps first from me, Vidi, you
Okay.
can
It
add
is.
more.
You go for it.
Yes, of course. We really happy we can delegate things. I would start delegating things related to booking.com to David. I already talked to David, but I haven't had a chance to talk about the details. And the delegation should happen before or through online tutorials like from Dropbox, like the Facebook things dan lain sebagainya. But this is, I guess, I need to improve. I don't really, I have the visibility or your schedule. I mean, the school schedule and everything. But how far I can give you delegation, I'm not measuring it yet. Like, for example, Angie, I give you like 3 cards. Can I give you more cards? For example, that I haven't asked that, but because you asked me now, Angie, you have to answer me. If you have 3 cards right now, and I'll give you like one more card or 2 more cards, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it depends. What card is it?
Okay, it depends. So, I mean, for example, I see that you are capable in this, and I try to, okay, Angie, can you help me to continue this project? But before the previous intern is leaving, so it will be more beneficial for BI itself rather than everything is delegated to me or VD. That's your opinion.
Mhm.
Uh huh. Okay.
No, I mean, no, I mean, I took Kaya's card already, right? One
Yeah,
card.
yeah. Yeah, delegated to you, right? Because I
Yeah.
see that you are capable in that. Like you coordinate with Sasha
Mm.
and everything, you coordinate things, yeah. But you also have another card and also with Evelyn, working with Evelyn. So how much I can give you more opportunity to work on, to explore. That's actually I haven't
Okay,
measured.
okay. Understood.
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 Then what is your answer?
Yeah, it depends what card is it. I mean, if it's only like the one that I'm doing, like the BI sharing, it's something, I mean, not really taking too much energy, right? I mean,
Yes.
I can do it fast, and it's not taking. Yeah, I don't need to think too much about it. If it's something like the accounting automation or the analysis I'm doing with Evelyn, I think I cannot take it anymore.
So it's like big project and small task.
Yeah,
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 big project
yeah,
and small task.
exactly.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Angie, for spotting that. Perhaps, BD, you'd like to add.
Yes.
But
Yep.
yeah, no, because I mean, like the one that you delegate to me, like the review cashback experiment, it's okay to delegate, but perhaps you can do it earlier.
Earlier. Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's my
Right.
point actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you
Okay,
very
True.
much.
thank you.
Definitely.
Me?
Yeah, you
Yes.
want to add
Okay,
more?
so good point there. From to respond to the list, yeah, it's the next step actually in the chapter management, which is assigning levels to card. That's also possible. So this is just sharing
Mm,
from product development, right? In our product development chapter, they have like a project level. So level one, two, three, four, and five. Then each person will handle a certain quota of level. So, for example, Chris is able to handle nine a week. Neil is able to handle, for example, seven a week. Then we can see it from the number of cards in their stacks. That's one possible choice. And the other is also the I think Lilis and Shalin had a discussion this morning, yeah, regarding the
what is that?
uh, intern SLA.
Oh, yeah.
That is also related to the BI strategic discussion that we had with marketing team regarding the number of interns at the time. So hopefully from HR, they can deliver their SLA to make sure that the number of interns can actually be delivered before an intern is actually offboarding by providing the actual number that a chapter needs as a like a rolling system basically.
Yep.
Um, yes, and I believe regarding the what do you call it? Hanover. There's already a Hanover paper by HR, but maybe we're still a bit. There's a hiccup in the execution, yeah, because I know that
Yes.
Sajid is constructing a Hanover paper a week before he actually awarded.
Yeah. Yeah, I also give inputs to HR. Like the quality of a number pepper is not that great actually. Like only like what is the project and then who will be delegated. There is no kind of tutorials that inside it, like what what things that you have done, what things that you need to done, like to complete this project. So I give
Mhm.
the inputs basically to HR to improve the quality of the handover and
Yep.
perhaps the timing to apa namanya, to ask for the handover paper
Yes.
gitu
So by the
barangkali.
way, we're having this discussion is also good because for BI, it's not only we have to think about only about the revenue, but we also have to think about the other funnels, user funnels, such as the employee funnel. Right now, is not directly involved with the employee user funnel, but from time to time, Lilis and I actually approach the HR chapter because they're self-managing the employee funnel right now. But this is just a feasibility. If you guys are interested in joining the employee funnel, then that's also good.
Yeah, you can take my card if you want to join to the employee funnel.
Okay, that's it for me, Lilis.
Okay, thank you very much, VD. Then I'd like to move to David.
Okay. Okay. For my pivot card, for yes, for the result, I has discussed with Kak Bayu for this misdetection from bigger, and Kak Bayu said that the all of case has have one problem, that is failure on Airbnb that cannot be detected on bigger. So um, Kak Bayu has requested the scheduler feature. I don't know what's the function in the bug report, which function to fix different data automatically. So for the next action points, we'll monitor any issues that arise while the request feature is still being worked on. Yeah, that's all for me, Ali.
Okay, thank you, David. So next plan is to monitor the issues that rise. Have you? But have you have the before data, like how many
Yeah.
issues you find, and then nanti kalau misalnya udah new system is applied, what is the after? Kan gitu kan? That's your plan,
Yep.
right? But have you prepared the before data?
Yep. Already.
Yep. Okay, yeah, that's a quick check from me. Anyone wants to ask for David. Yes.
Okay, in your milestone in the checklist, the one that's left is create a summary to categorize each type of classes. Yeah. Oh,
Jesus.
cases, right?
Yeah.
So, but in your action plan, it's in monitor, still monitoring any issue. Is there the correlation between the monitoring of the issue and the categorizing of cases, or are you already starting to categorize the cases?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I will erase this last milestone of it. I will change it with
Mhm.
the action plans.
Okay, so the action plan it becomes longer, yeah, because we have to still monitor and also categorize,
Mm.
or there is no
Yep.
categorization at all.
Yep. Mm.
So why
Which one?
do you want to delete
No.
this? There's no categorization gitu. No
Uh,
need.
I I
No need.
I'll already categorize in the second milestone.
Oh, you categorize in the
Yeah.
second milestone, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Create a
oh
summary
itu is
to
just summary
categorize.
ya.
Summary to
Yes.
categorize, yeah.
Summary. Okay.
Okay.
Is there any more question, Vidi? No. Other? No. My second question. How I think no. I would like to ask you personally about the second question. uh, okay, that's all for David card, and I'd like to move to Risky's card.
Okay, thank you, Kak Lilis. Good afternoon, all. Good to see you all again. Uh, Now I have 5 cards. The first card is BI request from HAR team. I have no update yet for this card, but I have skimmed the card and it is like transfer from Tableau and from Tableau to Redes, so it is doable. Then the second card is BI request about weekly revenue visualization. I also working on that on the synchronized Tableau and Redes card, my last card, yeah, and it it have been created, but it is not exactly the same on the Tableau. On the Tableau, we every week we categorize the revenue from this month booking and not this month booking yet. So I haven't created that, but I have categorized it weekly. The next is my card on market analysis tool, my project. The result is I postponed the development of the next feature, which is analyzing the occupancy rate, but uh, I upgraded the previous feature. So now we can analyze more property at a time. So now we can analyze up to 70 property at a time. Uh, Before this, we only can analyze it one by one. And the plan for the next weeks is, develop the next feature, which is scraping the occupancy data. The next one is BI request also from marketing team. The result is marketing team has agreed the prototype that I have made, and the friction is since this data is not available in database, so we cannot visualize it in Redes yet. So maybe it is for the next big project for anyone that want to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
The plan for the next,
Oh iya, masih ada satu lagi yuk.
yeah. The last card is transferring Tableau to Redes, and I have created 4 of them, and the remainder is like eight graph. Yeah. Yep. That's all, Kak Lilis.
Okay, thank you very much, Rizky, for the updates. From my side first, yeah. Can you attach for the last card? Can you attach the like the booking window udah group
Yep.
size, and then for the price distribution, please
Price.
attach the link of the
Okay.
database.
Yep.
And also, I guess it is integrated to HAR request and also my request, yeah, for the
Yep. Yep.
weekly visualization. So I guess the prioritization can be according to that request. Like for the weekly revenue, I guess that's important. Like to see how much we earn this week. Perhaps my question: what is the friction? I guess I see the weekly sales here is in terms of column ya, belum grab ya. Am I correct?
I actually visualize it as a bar graph,
Oh,
but
Barbara.
I haven't attached it here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, perhaps I guess the visualization on Tableau is quite is quite yeah no yeah let me revise. Yeah, that's perhaps a prioritization according to request, yeah, because it is needed to see the progression, and then the HAR request region data visualization. As our discussion, we need to see which area is growing in terms of booking dan lain sebagainya gitu ya. So that's the prioritization. And then I'd like to offer to the floor if you have any question or suggestion to Rizky. No guys, everything okay? Perhaps one more from Rizky. For the marketing visualization, I guess you can provide the apa namanya, yang the prototype, and then the data. I guess they know the data best because the data is manually collected. So you need to test it like by one sets of data, and then try to apa check it whether it is make sense or not. I mean in terms of visualization, apakah itu gampang dimengerti atau enggak, and then you can hand over it to marketing to use. Okay, Evelyn first.
Risky, just to clarify, so starting from next week, you're gonna work on the occupancy rate, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so actually I wanna ask, right, since you're gonna work in the occupancy rate, so like in which level like your data gonna project the result? Like are you gonna project like a occupancy rate for each villa or like property or like per area or for overall or like yeah, just can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Okay, so what I want to do is to know the occupancy rate, the property
Outside
around,
there.
yeah, outside from Airbnb data. So if we click on Airbnb, we can check whether this property is available or not, right? On on their calendar.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Oh.
I want the data. It might be useful, but we haven't know what it will be used yet. Yeah.
You
Wait,
have to know Rizky.
Yeah.
What is that for?
so you're creating an occupancy rate for our property or like our like our competitor?
Our competitor.
Okay.
Okay, Vidi. Perhaps this is
For
related to Rizky's
uh, yeah,
response.
sorry, anything related to the external data in Airbnb, please try to connect to the PD team first to avoid duplicate of data, because I believe that the occupancy rate of competing properties are already scraped. It's just not used yet. So please reach out
Okay.
to Chris about this. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
because I've seen the data before.
Hmm.
Okay. That will be great
Yeah,
if
you
we
just have to
don't.
improve. I think there are some minor improvement before we can actually use it, because they know how to scrape the data, but they don't know how to process the data.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
so regarding Airbnb, please check from that one. Yeah, and then also regarding the marketing data. So finally, it is a spreadsheet data. Yeah, Rizky. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-mm. Yeah.
So they input the data to the spreadsheet, and the visualization will change there. Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
see.
I guess.
So that's the
That
solution from you, and they already accept it.
Yeah. For this time, they want that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, because I think yeah,
PD team is developing gitu.
PD team is developing a similar approach, but for the sales funnel, not for the
Yeah,
property funnel. But
Persuaded.
the solution that I provided to the developer in product development, I think it's also scalable for the partnership funnel. So for this one, you can try to connect to Neil. I think I explained how to do it to Neil.
Okay. Okay. So PD, what is PD doing in here? They
Uh,
collecting the data.
Basically, if the data is not in database but it's manually put into the campaign,
Hmm?
how to visualize the data uh, in Redash, for example.
Automatic
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
visualization
Automatic visualization
from
given the
from
manual
Trello.
approach. Yeah. given a manual data input.
Oh, okay.
So
So
you
manual
would like
data from Trello.
that's possible. That's an example.
Okay.
But I think I've already discussed about this with Neil. If you want to discuss further with Neil to just to spark up, if this one is already okay with the client, oh, this is very PD mindset. If this is okay with the client, then also it's fine. But what we offer, we can actually propose more, which is more UX friendly and also more efficient and scalable.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks, Kak.
Thank you, Vidi and Rizky. Please note by yourself, yeah, Rizky, yeah. Next to Kevin, please put your updates.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So sorry, my mute. My mic has some trouble. So my first card is inquiry. I think it is. I rename it from inquiry analysis to inquiry search engine. So yeah, basically I made a search engine for our inquiry, so the HR team can find the best answer based from our database. Based on based from our inquiry database. So the progress is done, but uh, the PD team also still need me to implementing this to their server. So it still like small task. Yeah. The deadline is the next week for PD team to implementing this. And move to the second card with Lumbung House. This is a projection revenue. Yeah. I sent the result for this to Kak Lilis. And then for the third card, I will finish it by today. That's all from me. Back to Kalilis.
Okay, thank you very much, Kevin. So yeah, you send that to me. I'll attach it here. So this is Kevin result for the projection. Anyone of you that is curious how it looks like, you can try to open that to give comments. And I think also I need VD to validate the result, to look at the result, like is
Oh
it make
yeah,
sense or not?
okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the link. I will offer to the floor if you have any question.
Okay, so just a question for BIC3. So it's already done from your end, yeah, Kevin, yeah?
Yes. Earlier, Chris wants me if the inquiry is if the search engine is not uh, still not effective enough, then we need to clean the data. How about that, Kak Vidi?
Yeah, but for the initial model, it's already sent to PD, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, how would you explain it to everyone so that they understand what's the result of your work in BIC3?
Lol, this is what the data science like of yeah, communication. Yes. So let's go over again from our main problem. Is actually we cannot answer the inquiry with the best answer, right? That's the main problem. So we don't want to just guess the best answers. We want to give the best answer based from our database, from our data. So
Oh,
because
sorry,
the our
Kevin. I mean the model, because your model hasn't reached that one, right? But what's the result of your model?
oh yeah the end of the model is just search engine. Yeah, like you can see from the attachments.
Yes.
Uh,
So I
that's
look at the attachment, but there is no description of the attachment. So maybe some
oh
people
yes,
can see the attachment,
yes,
but
yes.
they don't understand what number is this, what's the function, because it's not as obvious
Mm.
for others. Maybe if you're a programmer, you understand that oh, this is this parameter and so on and so forth. But just try to add more description to the attachment you're given.
Oh yes, yes, of course, of course.
Okay.
Uh, Should I explain it now, Hafidi?
Oh no, write it in the activity
Ah,
Oh
for
yes,
yes.
do
yeah,
that
you
further.
can write it. But so far, what I understand is you were trying to, like, for example, the model search. Can we see the villa first, and then you will give recommendation for best answer that we can provide to guests. Am I correct?
Uh, uh, Actually,
No.
that's a similar questions. Yeah. No. So the PD team will
Similar.
be
Yep.
find the similar
That's why
questions.
I suggest Kevin to write it in the description because yeah, maybe there are misconceptions about what the result of your work.
Okay.
I thought that you will give the recommendation answer, but you will give the similar cases,
Similar questions, yeah, similar inquiries.
similar question, and then the HR can find some answer that they provide gitu.
No, because
No?
if the result is like okay, for the first row in the output is can we see the filler first, right? Actually,
Yes.
this already exists in our database, so we just need to see the answer for that question.
Oh yeah, where we can see berarti ya berarti providing recommendation dong for
Yes,
answering
recommendation.
inquiries gitu
Yes.
ya. Okay, so that's correct then. I mean, the apa namanya, what I think about the model output is correct, but how far you reach the result itu you need to explain more, gitu ya. And then for the projection, I need Vidi to help me to review. I also will check it after this. I think ini ada another schedule ya, HR ya. Because we haven't finished all the card and I think all important, so I'll suggest to extend like for 10 to 12, 15 minutes and we'll move to Bukit Vista 2. Okay, guys? Move, yeah? Thank you very much.